Mr. Chavez, we're here again.
Yeah, Mr. Kastner. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this one.
It's been a minute, but way less time than the last time we did it.
Yes.
So we're a little bit fresher.
Yep.
We're playing fresh opponents. And by that, I mean ones we've freshly played in another situation.
Yeah.
Will and John, sort of very similar paths to get here. So I would say this is a pretty evenly matched situation. How are you feeling about tonight?
Yeah, I play these guys a lot. We just always like the bullshit in another situation, but so therefore, it's interesting to see how this is gonna go with this format. But I've been looking forward to these two movies that we chose. But yeah, it should be definitely an interesting match. Definitely a lot more even. And but yeah, we're not gonna take these guys lightly, but we are gonna give them all we got, man.
Yep, all we got. And I don't mean to bring the mood down, but it was very sensitive day today. So I just want to say, everybody, just hug your loved ones. There was a tragedy in Texas today in Uvalde, school shooting. I don't mean to bring the mood down, but I just want everybody to hug your families. Let them know you love them, because you never know when things can be, sort of
treasure each moment.
Yeah. So good to them. Hopefully it's a good match here tonight.
Yeah.
Good luck to our opponents.
Well, I'm not going to do any of my jokes now.
Well, John, if I was there with you, I'd be hugging you because I love you, man.
Oh, I love you too, man. The funny thing is, I almost did go out to Utah, and then I saw how expensive plane tickets are, and they're ridiculous. Like after what Robert said, I can't really make any jokes about how plane tickets to Utah are also a tragedy, so I won't do that. But everything they said, I agree with. We've played these guys in casually before. Don't take them lightly. They're very good. I've watched a ton of matches that they've both been in, and they always do well. What do you think, Will?
I completely agree. Whenever I see either of them by themselves, I start thinking, okay, I need to up my game. When they're together, they're almost an unstoppable force. But if our last match proved anything, we're kind of an unstoppable force right now, too. So, like Kastner said, we are very evenly matched. We did take very similar paths to get here. And no matter who comes up with a W today, I know all of us are going to be very gentlemanly. We're going to be very friendly to each other, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a very fun, entertaining match. I think we should get it started right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Opening Night Trivia League Teams Edition. I'm your host, Kirk Olkowski. Adelaide Spence is in Cannes. They really need to move that festival to a city with a better name because it just doesn't roll off the tongue. With me,
Paris. It's just right there.
That's an easy way to do it. With me is Caleb, the co-host, Coho.
Hey, how we doing? I'm excited. It's going to be a fun match. Got 4 players that have clearly shown that they know their stuff. They were very nice in the promos. So not a whole lot of shit talk, which, I mean, knowing Mar and managing Mar, we're pretty good at that over in our neck of the woods. So it's weird to come here and see Mars just like, oh, baseball and Will. So
yeah, it's an exciting team. 2, they've both been dominant in their short tenure here so far. We got 2 teams, one named after basketball, and one I assume named after the Blue Sky Studios robots. That's a big ticket item, right?
Maybe. I Roblox, Minecraft, they're all the same thing.
Robots, not Roblox. Robots.
Roadblocks? What's a Roblox?
Robots. What's our big ticket item, people?
Oh, the animated film. I hope it's the animated film. That'd be a good reference.
All right, let's bring them in. First, with a record of 1 win and 0 defeats and 1 KO, we got Robert and we got Antonio. It's upgrades.
Not quite.
Not like Keanu says it, but yeah.
It's a Matrix reference, but
yeah.
And their opponents. We got Will. We got John. They are your Miami Bears. Also record 1-0.
Miami.
Also, what I say? Miami?
Bienvenidos a Miami.
Miami. That's
Miami too.
Would you rather be in Miami or Milwaukee, John?
I would rather be in Miami, but I got to represent Milwaukee.
All right.
I guess. Yeah.
So let's get everybody in position here.
They named their team after the Matrix, and somehow we're coming across as the bigger geeks.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just how much Kirk hates this movie. He doesn't remember that it's the city they're from. He's like, I don't even care about that.
It is gone. All right, everybody, we're going to get this match started with round number 1. You know how it works. It's a regular whiteboard round. You'll get 10 questions because we're different. Write your answer down. You'll be called upon. Show us your answer. Read us your answer. 1 point for each correct answer. If you get all 10 questions right, we will give you a bonus question, and somewhere in the universe, Alex will dab. So do we have any questions before we begin?
How many repeats in the team's match? I can't remember.
In team match, we get 4 repeats. Because we are different. 4 repeats, 1 challenge throughout the match. So if everybody is ready, any questions, beers? Any questions, upgrades? All right. Question number 1 in the category of recent releases. What holiday does the first murder take place on in The Batman? Co, I think this is the first time you and I have ever co-hosted.
I think so too. I was gonna say this is like the fun of ONTL. It's just like you never know who's gonna show up. It's like a weird. It's like you mix and match people. It's like what are those weeble wobbles? They don't fall down.
How do you think it's going so far? 5.
We're gonna find out.
3. Can only get worse. 2.
Sure.
1. Pins down. We'll start with John.
I'm not a geek player, but I'll just guess St. Patrick's Day.
And Robert.
I got confused at first, but Halloween.
And Will.
The joke I kind of wonder is if it was a long one or not, but Halloween.
And Antonio.
Halloween.
Halloween is correct. So upgrade's going up 2-1 there. Code, going to give that second question.
Your second question is going to come in the category of drama. Who plays narcotics detective Jack Vincennes in L.A. Confidential? This one's fun. I like this movie a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen it in a while.
What's your Oscar? I know you'll have a take on this. What's your Oscar winner that year?
Good Will Hunting.
Okay.
That's my winner that year. But this is
5,
a very good second place for me.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We will go to Robert.
He must not be named. Kevin Spacey.
And Will.
Hollywood Jack, Kevin Spacey.
And Antonio.
Yeah, mix it up. I said Guy Pearce.
And John.
Yeah, I almost didn't write Kevin Spacey because he's Kevin Spacey, but Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey is
This is
correct.
correct.
The game up.
I tested this document. People were like, "Are you really going to make people say the name Kevin Spacey?" I went, "Yes." Anyway, I'm evil like that.
Question number 3. Who directed American Graffiti? Category of directors. I'm sorry. Who directed American Graffiti?
If that wasn't made apparent by the question we asked you, yes.
Category was not America or graffiti. So
Yeah, exactly.
only other word in the sentence.
I wonder what the category of graffiti looks like for a film. It's just like this and like, I don't know, some street
5,
art movie from 2002.
4,
Directed by Mick G.
3, 2. He would direct it 1. 1. Pins down. We'll go to Will.
Keep McGee out of this. George Lucas.
Antonio.
I dispute whether he's a director, George Lucas.
John.
I'll take.
It is George Lucas. I'm going to erase my answer. I don't have it.
And Robert.
No hot takes. George Lucas.
George Lucas is correct. Upgrade's going up by 1.
All right, your fourth question is going to come in the category of the 1970s.
Okay.
Who plays Rocky's trainer Mickey in Rocky?
Favorite Rocky movie?
Do I get to count the Creeds? Or just
yeah.
the Rockies? Oh, then Creed. Like I think it's like Creed 2, and then like the Rockies are all good, but like those two are like great.
I disagree that the Rockies are all good, but there are some good Rockies. 5.
Yeah, that's fair. No,
4,
Rocky 3 is the best.
3,
Rocky.
2. I won't argue Rocky 3. 1. Pens down. Antonio.
Burgess Meredith.
John.
I mean, is he still the best Penguin? I don't know. Burgess Meredith.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Robert.
I had dyslexia and I said Meredith Burgess. Isn't that hilarious?
No.
And Will.
Burgess Meredith.
Burgess Meredith is correct. I believe that ties us up at 6-6.
Tie game.
And your next question comes in the category of comedy. In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Cliff Booth gets thrown off a movie lot for fighting with what actor?
I know you love this one. I remember when it came out, I like gave you shit, and now that we're like live in a public setting, I get to formally apologize and say that you're absolutely right. This is a great movie.
I appreciate that.
It's a phenomenal movie.
I don't get those apologies too often, so
It's true.
I'll revel in that for a while.
That's fair.
5,
Yeah, especially
four,
especially me. I'm usually very stubborn.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go back to John on this one.
Is this Bruce Lee?
And Robert.
Bruce Lee, but not really.
And Will.
On the Green Hornet set specifically, but it is Bruce Lee.
And Antonio.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee is correct.
Okay. All right, still tied as we get to your next question in the category of the 1980s. In Coming to America, Akeem gets a job at what restaurant? This is another. I love this one.
Was it you that had this on your top performance list?
I did. In the last week of stuff that has aired at this point, which I don't know if this comes out before the next one. I probably will.
Yeah, I think it will. Because the next one's tomorrow. So.
Definitely will, because the next one's tomorrow. And this will not be out in 24 hours.
5,
So, yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll start with Robert.
Not the Golden Arches, but McDowell's.
And Will.
I screwed up. I said McTavish's.
And Antonio.
They have the Golden Arcs, McDowell's.
And John.
It is McDowell's, not McDonald's. Yes, the Golden Arcs.
McDowell's is correct. So I believe that puts upgrades up 10 to 9. Go to the next question in the category of biopics. What 2010's biopic follows the life story of Solomon Northup, a man abducted and sold into slavery? I feel like Solomon's not a name you hear enough anymore.
No, it's not, but it's a good strong name. Whenever you hear it in movies, you're just like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it needs to make a comeback.
It does need to make a comeback. Coming
5,
soon in like 20 years, Solomon
4,
Coho.
3, 2, 1. Pins down. I think we're at a Will with this one.
12 Years a Slave.
And Antonio.
12 Years a Slave.
And John.
12 Years a Slave.
And Robert.
12 Years a Slave.
That is correct. Clean sweep on that one.
Your next question comes to the category of war. What country are the main soldiers from in All Quiet on the Western Front?
You guys done this one yet on Picture This?
Yeah, we did this one. This was our 3rd episode. It was the first time that we watched a Best Picture winner and went, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, this is probably the first actually good movie that won Best Picture. 5,
Oh, for sure. And then we got to It Happened One Night. We were like, this is the
3,
first one we love.
2, 1. Pins down. And Antonio, we'll start with you on this one.
Damn classics. I don't know. England.
And John.
But Germany.
And Robert.
I also put Germany.
And Will.
I also put England.
Germany is correct.
Okay.
They have multiple fronts. We were only fighting on one front, guys. Germany, the idiots that were fighting 2 fronts.
Yes.
All right. Your penultimate question comes in the category of Westerns. How are Herod and the Kid related in The Quick and the Dead?
Banger movie. This one's fun.
I still haven't seen it. I know everybody's been watching the Raimis, and I've seen this one pop up a lot of people's letterboxes, but
True.
still haven't gotten around to it.
I kind of stumbled upon it because Mike and Bowman were watching it for a movie night, and it was like 11 at night, and I was like, you know what? I got nothing better to do.
That's a good movie night movie. 5,
Yeah, it was good.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and I think we go to Antonio on this one.
Father and Son. Still haven't seen it.
And John.
Father and Son.
And Robert.
Oh, I said father and daughter.
And Will.
I also said Father and Son.
Father and son. Beer's tying it up late. Going to our last question. Go ahead and hit him with the Coho.
Your final question with no perfect rounds is the category of fantasy sci-fi. Who plays Eliza's neighbor Giles in The Shape of Water? This has been a great round. Tight. We're all tied up.
Yeah. Very, very close. Not many misses. A lot more hits than misses. So.
I was worried that mild dyslexia was going to cost me a perfect round.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we will start with John on this one.
Father on the greatest TV show of all time, Richard Jenkins.
And Robert.
Father in the greatest comedy of all time, Richard Jenkins.
And Will?
Robert's definitely wrong on that one, but it is Richard Jenkins.
I don't care.
And Antonio?
I agree with my partner, Richard Jenkins.
All right, Richard Jenkins is correct, which means going into round 2, at the end of round 1, we are tied up 16-16. Is that what you have, Coho?
That is exactly what I have, sir.
All right, so going into round number 2, this is the deep cut round. Both teams gave each other movies to watch, and they're going to answer some questions about them. What we do in the teams division is we will split these up. Each partner will get to answer 3 questions for each movie. Their own movie will be worth 1 point for them. Their opponent's movie will be worth 2. And since we had a coin flip at the beginning of the game, and the Milwaukee Bears won, so Milwaukee Bears, would you like questions from your movie first or from your opponent's movie first?
What do you think, Will?
My strategy previous was to go with the opponent's movie first. What do you feel about that?
I'll stick with that. That's fine.
Okay. We'll have you go first.
Okay.
Okay, so we will be asking questions about virtuosity first. And Beers, who wants to answer the first 3 questions?
John does.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, and upgrades? Who wants to go first?
You did it last time, so if you want to do it again, cool.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right, I'm just going to switch you guys, so continuity's sake there. Okay, Coho, you want to take virtuosity, or do you want the 9s?
I'll take virtuosity. Why not?
All right.
All right. So, your first set of questions. Sid describes Madison's daughter as a lover of what? I hope that's how you say that, but you know what? We're rolling with it.
I think so.
I hope so.
I understand why you're asking that, but that is the name.
We're just gonna roll with it, even if it's wrong. Some question will yell at me later. It's okay.
And 5, 4, 3.
Oh, repeat the question.
Repeat the question.
Yeah.
That's Beer's first repeat.
All right. Sid describes Madison's daughter as a lover of what?
I almost screwed that up.
I can't think of anything else. Fuck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. John, we'll start with you.
Macaroni and cheese.
And Antonio.
Damn, it said baseball.
Macaroni and cheese,
Macaroni and
is
cheese
correct.
is correct.
I erased baseball.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
it's fan of baseball, lover of
Your-
macaroni and cheese.
Your second question in virtuosity. The bartender Sid shoots was going to make him what drink? A lot of snickering and laughter. I'm assuming this is a funny movie.
I absolutely love this scene so much.
Funny, but not for the right reasons.
Gotcha.
5,
We're talking
4,
like The Room funny.
3.
Understood.
2,
Not that
1.
far.
Pens down. And Antonio, we'll start with you on this
This is
one.
my favorite drink. It's a rum and coke.
And John.
Rum and coke.
That is correct.
That's correct. So just to make sure I'm right, we have beers at 20 and upgrades at 17.
That is
Or
correct.
did I do that wrong? Okay, just want
No,
to make sure I
you're
did that right.
right,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. I got to make sure I'm doing the question tallies right. All right, and your last question, the first set. Sid steals what colored suit from someone? Always the point scoring in this round always like confuses me and scares me. So I'm like, I got to make sure I'm doing it right, or else otherwise I'm gonna have Spencer
5,
help me from con.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. John, we'll start with you.
It shows if it's blue on camera, but the dude says it was a purple suit.
And Antonio.
Yeah, he says purple.
Yeah.
All right.
It is me, correct.
Yeah.
So with that, I have beers up to 22, upgrades at 18 as we flip who takes the questions on virtuosity.
Yes.
So,
Hey, John, I
your
told you
next
they're gonna ask
set-
I told you they're gonna ask that question.
Yeah, we were like, they're not going to ask that question. It shows up blue on camera. It's so confusing.
Well, we did, and here are the questions for Will and Robert. Your questions are: Sid has how many personality structures inside of him? Feels very fitting. I took the question where the answer was purple. I feel seen.
That is on brand, yes. More purple representation in movies. 5,
Purple's the best color.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Will, we'll start with you.
In my very shitty handwriting, I wrote 200.
And Robert.
Maybe a little bit better. 200.
200 is correct.
All right, your next question. What is the name of the snake Riley uses to show nanotechnology?
And here I was remembering chess moves.
Yeah, right.
That's how it
I
goes.
thought that
doesn't
might have
it?
come up too.
You never know. It depends on who writes the questions.
It's true.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert, we'll start with you on this one.
Elizabeth.
And Will.
He does call the snake Liz at one point, but it is Elizabeth.
Elizabeth is correct.
All right, your last question in Virtuosity. The Edwards were killed by Sid impersonating what serial killer? Currently looks like the score is 26-20. After that,
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that is correct.
it's gonna be a high scoring one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Will.
Charles Manson.
And Robert.
Copycat of the La Bianca murders. Charles Manson.
That is
Correct.
correct. So Beers go perfect that round, pick up 12, and upgrades pick up 5. So
I
we will
see
move
28
on.
to 21. So we get to the other
Yes,
movie.
that is correct. And the other movie is selected by Miami Beers. That movie is The Nines.
It's Minnesota.
And what's that?
It's the Minnesota Bears.
Yeah, now he's just doing it on purpose.
And so are we going to keep the same rotation here?
Well,
Yeah,
Is that
let's
okay
do,
with both
let's
teams?
just do the same rotation. That's fine.
Thought that was.
All right.
You want to stay, Robert?
Yeah. I thought that's what
Okay.
we did anyway. So.
Okay, yeah.
Keep it.
Okay. Question number 1 in the nines for John and Antonio. What does Gary do while he is on crack with Octavia Spencer that causes him to hit his head? That's a attention
That's
grabber
a-
right there.
That's a string of words that were said right there.
Is
I love that it's Octavia Spencer playing herself.
He's playing that Santa character, honestly. It looks exactly like
3, 2, 1. Pins down. Antonio.
jump on a bed.
And John.
The jumps on the bed.
That is correct.
Oh, Oscar winner Octavia Spencer doing crack. Oh, yeah.
Question number 2. Sierra says her ex used to play Evercrack, collecting what in the game? Crack-related questions.
Well, I was gonna say there's a lot of crack.
Yeah, we've heard the word crack a lot.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is why I love the ONTL
5,
format. Some people give you
4,
good movies, and then you'll have
3,
days like this.
2, 1.
Yeah, they're
Pins
great
down. John, we'll go to you first.
Thunderleaf.
And Antonio.
Thunderleaf.
Thunderleaf is correct.
Or something.
And the final question for the two of you. When pitching the TV show Knowing, Gavin compares it to what movie?
High
5,
scoring.
A weird question. but
4,
I'm gonna-
Yeah, because
3,
we'll see. You'll see.
2, 1. Pens down. And Antonio, we'll start with you.
He says Rosemary's Toddler, but I think we know the movies he's referencing.
And John.
They never say Rosemary's Baby, but
Yeah.
he says Rosemary's Toddler. So
Yeah, Rosemary's Toddler. is
That's
correct.
yes, Rosemary's
All right,
Toddler.
okay.
All right, so moving on to the next 3 questions for Will and Robert.
So just to clarify, John got that point, yes?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just want to make sure.
All right, first question for Will and Robert. I'm going to read this as it's written. Why are koalas 8s? with no frame of reference.
It looks like it made sense to them.
Yeah, they started right away, so I feel better now because
yeah, I heard you read it. I was like, that's not technically not a coherent sentence that a human would say. So
does he mean sexually?
5, 4,
Sexually, hey.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Robert, we'll start with you.
Telepathic, and they control the weather.
And Will.
In my shitty handwriting, telepathic, and they control the weather.
Those are both correct on both counts. Question number 5.
Hold on.
While playing backgammon, Margaret receives a phone call in which someone let Courtney into what kind of location? A lot going on this week.
And I was wondering which Courtney it was.
it's very fun to read these questions without ever watching the movies and just having
5,
no frame of reference
4,
as to what you're saying.
3, 2. Wire qual is 8. 1. Pins down. Robert, we'll start with you on this one.
Pottery shop.
And Will.
I said pottery store.
We can accept that.
Okay.
It was clearly Courtney Thorne-Smith, by the way.
I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
Fine.
All right. And your final question. What do Dahlia, Salem, and Gavin have in common that she brings up when they meet each other? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Will
They have the same birthday.
and Robert.
Their birthday, November 21st.
Same birthday is correct. So both teams going perfect on that end. On this entire set of questions, actually. Beers picking up 6 and Upgrades picking up 12. So do the math for me real quick. Where are we at, Coho?
They should be 1 point behind, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it is 34-33 in favor of your Milwaukee Beers.
Damn, mac and cheese.
Sorry about
That was
Okay.
that was a hard question, man. Don't feel bad about that.
It's my favorite food, though, so I feel even worse.
All right. Okay, so now that brings us to round number 3. Round number 3 of ONTL teams is the wheel round. You're familiar with the wheel round. You're going to spin the wheel. You'll get 1 chance to respin unless you land on spinners or opponent's choice. Second spin, you're stuck with. Whatever category you get 5 questions in that category. Each question worth 2 points. If you go to multiple choice, it takes it down to 1 point. And as always, stealing is available, so watch out. Coho, you all know what our categories are on the wheel tonight.
Absolutely. Your categories on the wheel tonight are horror, comic book movies, directors, war, fantasy sci-fi, 1980s, drama, and westerns, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Beers, you're in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer? I believe I've shared the ring.
We'll defer, I guess, right? Will, unless you want to go first. I mean, I'm okay either way, but
I want to see what they can do. Let's defer.
yeah, we'll defer.
Okay. So this will be the spin for upgrades. You've landed on spinner's choice.
So I assume CMB.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Or CBM rather. Yeah, comic book movies, please.
Yes.
All right. So I'll go ahead and give them their questions in comic book movies, and you can give the other team their questions.
Works for me.
All right, then.
Spin that.
Your first question in comic book movies, if you guys are ready. If you want to take down the wheel, all right. Your first question. In Spider-Man: No Way Home, who is the only villain that Spider-Man does not interact with before they are locked in the Undercroft?
The lizard.
Lizard, right?
Yeah, the lizard.
The lizard, final answer.
That'd be correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays Reinhardt's assistant Farley Claymore in The Shadow?
I think it's Peter Boyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of who. Do you feel confident enough in
I
it?
feel confident in that.
All right, if you want to shoot for it, go ahead.
Peter Boyle. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Your Milwaukee Bears the chance for the 2-point steal.
I don't even know if it's a man or a woman.
No, it's definitely a man.
Okay. You know anything about this?
I
5,
this was one of my favorite movies
4,
growing
3,
up.
Go ahead.
Repeat,
2.
please.
All right, your second repeat.
I
Your
loved
question
this
again.
movie as a kid.
Who plays Reinhardt's assistant Farley Claymore in The Shadow?
Well, who's in it?
Alec Baldwin's the star. He's
Yeah.
the shadow.
Right.
I remember he saves this guy, I think, and that's why he becomes the assistant.
5,
Shoot.
4,
Should I just shoot my
3,
shot?
Shoot your shot.
2.
Peter McNichol,
One.
final answer.
It's also incorrect. We're looking for Tim Curry.
That's
Tim
my
Curry.
bad.
He's in my head.
Fucking characters, man. Damn it.
That's
Peter
all right.
Boyle is in that movie, though. So it's correct.
Wow. Okay.
Way to go. Your third question in comic book movies. How many times did Michael Goff play Alfred Pennyworth?
4, right? Because it's just all the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just 4, right?
Okay. Go ahead.
4. Final answer.
That'd be correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question in comic book movies. What is the name of the prison that Deadpool is sent to in Deadpool 2?
The Icebox.
Go ahead. I wasn't sure about that one.
The Icebox. Final answer.
That'd be correct for 2 more points. And your final question. Stanley Tucci plays Frank Needy in what comic book film?
Road to Perdition.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Road to Perdition. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. So that gets their
Already watched that
score
movie.
up
Yeah, about
to, I believe, 41.
41, yep.
Damn it.
It's all right. We're all right.
All right, so we'll bring the wheel back in.
What's the current score again? I wasn't paying attention.
41 to
41 to 34, yes. So this will be the spin for your Milwaukee Beers, and it lands on the category of comic book movies, which is a free respin. It lands on the category of the 1980s. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
How do you feel about this, John?
I'm okay with the 80s. I mean,
If you want to respin, if you don't feel more than, I would say 60 to 70%, let's spin again.
why do you feel about it? I mean, there's definitely a lot on this wheel I don't want to get.
That's there's a few things that I don't want to get either necessarily, but the 80s is such a broad thing. I feel like I'm.
All right, let's respin.
Well, do if how should we just take it because you don't want to get anything else?
I mean, I'm okay gambling.
I need an answer here, guys.
Okay, let's take it.
We'll take it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, in that case, your first question category of the 1980s. In A Christmas Story, Ralphie considers the ultimate Christmas gift to be a model of a pellet gun with what general nickname?
The Red Ryder.
Red Ryder BB gun.
The Red Ryder BB gun. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yeah, I actually almost bought a replica of that one.
Question number 2. Who directed Hannah and Her Sisters?
I think that's Woody Allen.
Um,
Yeah, that's Woody Allen.
you sure?
I'm almost
Okay,
positive.
Yeah, Woody Allen.
Woody Allen. Final answer.
Woody Allen is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott plays characters with what profession?
They're bouncers, aren't they?
They're definitely bouncers.
Bouncers. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. In Bloodsport, Frank Dux is allowed to participate in the Kumite after demonstrating the Dim Mak Death Touch to tournament organizers. What does Frank demonstrate the Dim Mak Death Touch on?
Jesus. I didn't know you had Bill Cariola write questions for you guys. I definitely have seen Bloodsport a bunch of times.
Should we just go multiple?
Let's go multiple. I think I can probably get them multiple.
Okay.
Okay. Your multiple choice options are A, a metal bar, B, a pile of bricks, C, another human being, or D, slabs of ice?
A pile of bricks. Because he
Lock
says,
it
break that brick. Yeah, because it's a pile of bricks. But B, final answer.
B, pile of bricks is correct for 1 point.
I remember because then the dude ogre from Revenge of the Nerds goes, "What's wrong with brick?"
And your final question.
Okay.
What 1980s film features a vehicle named Pork Chop Express?
I have some ideas, but I kind of want to go multiple to make sure.
Let's go multiple.
Multiple.
Okay, your multiple choice options are A, Blowout, B, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, C, Big Trouble in Little China, or D, Beverly Hills Cop.
It's definitely not Beverly Hills Cop.
I don't think it's the first one either. Is it Big Trouble in Little China?
I'm fine with shooting your shot if you are.
5, 4.
Repeat the options one more time,
3.
please.
Okay, your options are A, Blowout, B, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, C, Big Trouble in Little China, or D, Beverly Hills Cop.
I mean, I don't know Fast Times though.
I've never seen Blowout. I haven't seen Fast Times, but I don't know. I really think this could be Big Trouble in Little China.
All right, let's just do it.
5,
Big Trouble in Little China,
4,
final answer.
3. That is correct for 1 point.
Oh,
Yeah, good job.
So at the end of that round, I have your Milwaukee Bears with 42 to upgrades 41.
Good game,
That
guys.
is what I have as well.
Jeez.
All right, so we go to round 4.
Go to round 4. Round 4 is the IMDb round. You will be given sets of questions, information on those questions, and asked to name the movie. Bear, since you are in the lead, would you like set number 1 or set number 2?
Okay, read on Coho.
You're not gonna get shit off me, but
I would
I'm
have
a
said,
pro.
let's do set 1. I got a good read. I got a good tell on him.
Okay. We'll do set 1.
I don't know how, but okay.
All right,
Pro.
set number 1. Do you want to give them their? I'll give Bears their question. You
Yeah,
go ahead and
we'll just keep
give
it going.
upgrades theirs, and
Yeah.
that will be start with set number 2.
Yep. So we start with set number 2 with upgrades. They can collaborate on all 3, correct? I just want to make sure.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right. So your first question. Your year is 1992. Your actor is Tom Cruise, and your genres are drama and thriller.
This is A Few Good Men, right?
Was that 93 though?
No.
5, 4. Three.
Repeat.
Repeat.
Okay, that's upgrades first. Repeat.
Your year is 1992. Your actor is Tom Cruise, and your genres are drama and thriller.
What year did The Firm come out?
I thought that was 93.
All right, so yeah, then in that case, go A Few Good Men then.
Yeah, because I don't think it's 91, right?
No, I don't think so either.
So do you want to go?
A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
5,
Few Good Men, final answer.
4.
That is correct for 2 points.
I would have thought. I thought it was the firm actually.
I thought it was the firm too. So
Okay,
Firm is 93.
that puts upgrades in the lead. So we will go to Milwaukee Bears. 2-point question in set number 1. Okay, John and Will, your question. Your year, 1994. Your actor, Morgan Freeman. Your genres, drama and crime.
I think that's the Shawshank Redemption.
is that 94?
Yeah, that was 94.
All right, I'm good.
Unless you can think of any other crime film that he would have been.
He was. I mean, yeah, I
5,
think he was. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption.
4,
you're right.
Shawshank Redemption,
3.
final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
And we take back the lead, so we bounce back to upgrades for their 3-pointer. Your year is 2019. Your director is James Mangold, and your keywords are racing, test drive, and family business.
Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah.
Ford v Ferrari, final answer.
That is correct for 3 points.
All right. Bears, your 3-point question. Your year is 2017. Your director is Aaron Sorkin, and your keywords are gambler, poker, and Olympic skier.
Molly's Game.
Definitely Molly's Game. Go ahead.
Molly's Game. Final answer.
That is correct for 3 points. So
Back
that
and
puts us in a
forth they go.
position
Weird, I wonder who
where
wrote it. I can't even imagine who wrote it.
upgrades needs to hit their 5-pointer to keep the game going. Otherwise, Milwaukee Bears will pull this one out. So go ahead and give them their 5-point question.
All right, guys. Your 5-pointer. Your decade is the 1960s. You can pick your year, your actor, co-actor, director, keywords, or genre. You get to pick 3 of those.
What do you feel?
Definitely not director because not going to help me. I would say
Actor should be one, probably.
actor
Right?
should be one. What was those? Keyword.
Keyword, genre, co-actor, year. Do you want a year?
Sorry, I can't hear anything. I just lost all my audio. 1 second.
I would say keyword and maybe co-actor would help me. I mean,
You want 2 actors in the keywords?
yeah.
That's
Again, what do you feel, man? Because I don't know if you know.
Director, we should definitely not do.
Right.
Year can be spotty. If it was not the 60s, I would say that. So yeah, if you want to do the actors and the keywords, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yep. So actor, co-actor, and keywords, please.
All right. So your decade is the 1960s. You have chosen your actor, co-actor, and keywords, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Then your decade of 1960s. Your actor is Spencer Tracy. Your co-actor is Frederick March. And your keywords are trial, teacher, and small town.
Is this Anatomy of a Murder?
The only Spencer Tracy movie I know is Guess Who's Coming.
Or wait, is this about the Scopes trial?
5,
Yeah.
4,
Use a repeat.
2, 1. Okay, that is your second repeat. 2 left.
All right. Your decade, 1960s. Your actor, Spencer Tracy. Your co-actor, Frederick March. And your keywords are trial, teacher, and small town.
This is about the Scopes trial, but I don't know what that movie's called.
Yeah, me neither.
Fuck. Damn it.
Anatomy of the Murder is not
5,
about that. I'm assuming.
No.
4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. Okay, that's your third repeat.
Your decade, 1960s. Your actor is Spencer Tracy. Your co-actor is Frederick March. And your keywords are trial, teacher, and small town.
I mean, it's about the theory of evolution. I don't know.
I was watching something about that. Damn it.
I don't know what you want to guess for this because
I have no idea. I
5,
can't think any Spencer Tracy
4,
movies like title wise.
3, 2,
Last one.
last repeat.
Final repeat.
All right. Your decade is the 1960s. Your actor is Spencer Tracy. Your co-actor is Frederick March. And your keywords are trial, teacher, and small town.
I don't know what you want to guess. I could just say the Scopes trial if you want, but I don't.
Yeah, let's go with that. I mean,
I don't think it's right.
And it's not Anatomy. There's no way Anatomy of Murder.
No, it's not that. No.
5, 4,
Trial.
3,
Scopes trial. Final
2,
answer.
1. And your winner, your Milwaukee Bears. Robert and Antonio were definitely on the right track. The movie we were looking for was Inherit the Wind.
Damn
They,
it!
they knew where they were at. They just couldn't pull the title. So Bears do win. We'll go to post-match interviews. We're going to start out with our second place finishers, the upgrades, and take those guys out. All right, Antonio and Robert, great match. I mean, high-scoring match. You guys really powered through that. It was back and forth. I mean, even until you were just trading blows until that final question. I know it's rough to lose like that, but what are your thoughts right after that?
I shouldn't have freaking went so quick with that damn shadow question. That's the one thing. Okay. We would have been up, and it would have been maybe a different mindset. We would have maybe not have to go to our 5.
Maybe we pick. Maybe we're leading. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I knew it was Tim Curry. I don't know why I was thinking that it was the Shadows freaking accomplice or whatever his thing, the assistant, and I was like, ugh. And I knew Reinhardt is Ian McKellen, and I'm like, that's what's gonna bother me about this one, because honestly, Robert was more perfect than me this time, and I was like, that's the one thing where it was 2 points. I'm glad they didn't steal, but still, those 2 points could have really helped us out.
Yeah, he's probably going to blame himself. I'm going to blame myself because I had Tim Curry in my head because he's the one person I think about always that's not Alec Baldwin and Ian McKellen in that movie. So I should have said that. And then getting Burgess Meredith, getting father and son, I could have had a perfect round. We could have been winning. We could have done all this differently, and I screwed it up. Although, we probably would have deferred and probably wouldn't have got finished choice. So,
Right.
it all evens out. John and Will are game. I thought we were pretty game too. We're 1-1. We'll just come back. I feel pretty good about our chances. We just
I think we know that when it comes to deep cuts, we definitely step up our game. That used to be something that we used to have trouble with in the past, or at least I did. But now I know that we just always want to kick ass, and it's more about just remaining consistent now. So gonna keep that same energy going.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. You're 1-1. You still got that KO. It's a solid record. We'll see you again in a little bit coming up, probably in the teams tournament. Any team specifically that you're looking to face in that, or just whoever comes at you?
No. I mean,
I can't think of anyone. Just me. It's always whoever.
The Jeremy Adams team. The nostalgia guys, whatever they're called. They're nostalgia people. Those guys. I want to play them. I think that would be fun.
All right, cool.
All right. We'll see how the draw plays out for the tournament. But until then, thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations on a great game. And we will see you again soon. We will move on now to our winners for this evening, your Milwaukee Bears, Will and John. All right, guys, that was a marathon. You guys just, like I said, it was a battle, just trade back haymakers, and you outlasted them. What are your thoughts after that?
First of all, scoring over 95 points, if I'm doing the math right, between the two teams is fucking phenomenal. And they were only behind us by 1 point, so they have nothing to hang their heads about on this match. They played nearly lights out, just as much as we nearly played lights out. As you said, Kirk, we were trading blows the entire game, and they knew the movie, just couldn't figure out the title. That happens to all of us. That's just so soul-crushing. Oh, but it's at the same time, for us pulling out the victory is a long time coming. The last two times we have faced both these players in other formats, they have beaten us. Mm-hmm. So for us to pull out the victory, John, you are my boy, and I could not be happier with this outcome.
Yeah, I mean, I think even I was slacking a little bit in round one. Will carried me through that, but round two, I think we're perfect in round two. Not that I'm jinxing myself, but we're it. We're those deep cut boys with an IZ at the end. And then I'm glad in round three we hit a we hit a category that we're okay with. I would have rathered horror. I would have rathered horror, but I can't spin horror every single time. I can't do it every time.
But for them getting spinner's choice, and us getting us choosing a category that's just broad as fuck, and for both of us to run, for both of us to get the same point total at the end of the round, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good, actually. I didn't think of it that way. And then it just came down in the end, those 5 pointers are 5 pointers for a reason. They're not supposed to be you're not supposed to walk through them. So it's just how it shakes out. But no disrespect to those guys, they're awesome. Can't wait to see. I have a feeling I know who we're playing next. We're gonna have to deep cut Crocodile Dundee too. I understand. But we're looking forward to that.
All right. So, hey, John, who are you playing next?
I think we're playing. Was it Back to Formula?
Back to Formula.
Yeah.
Sure. John, how do you feel about playing Back to Formula next?
I think Jake's so cute. The other guy is not as cute as Jake, but he's a handsome man.
All right.
What the fuck is happening right now?
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations on a great win. We will see you in the next match. And until next time. All right, Coho, another barn burner here in ONTL teams.
Yeah.
What are your final thoughts on that match?
This was great. I think both teams played phenomenally. You love to see it. 46-45 final score, I believe, which is just absolutely bonkers for 2 1-0 teams here. So both teams are going to have great futures here, and I'm very excited to see what they both do next.
All right, yeah, great Match. Both teams that contend. Bears look really good. A lot of good teamwork there. Robert Antonio, both really solid players, know their stuff. So both be seeing them here again soon. But until then, For your Milwaukee Bears, for Upgrades, for Caleb Coho, I am Kirk Wolkowski. Do all that stuff Spence tells you to do at the end of the matches, and we'll see you next time.